Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Alexia Anderchek.
And I'm Margaret Turner. It's been a pretty busy day here in Oxford and across the country, so let's get things started.
Yes, kicking tonight off, it is election day, so it's time to get out and vote to make your voice heard in local elections.
In parts of Lafayette County, voters will make their decisions for Mississippi's 2nd district seat on the County Election Commission. 3 candidates are up for the seat: Ruth Adams Ball, Lisa Barber, and Kate Sonerva Wallace.
District 2 does include the northwestern part of Lafayette County and northern parts of Oxford. So if you haven't made it out to cast your vote yet, don't worry, you still have time as polls will close at 7 p.m. tonight.
Looking now in Washington, D.C., it is day 35 of the government shutdown, which ties the record for the longest shutdown in government history.
Neither the Democrats nor the Republicans expect to see much progress made towards the opening of the government back up on this election day, as there are many key races happening now, like the mayoral race in New York City.
The root of this shutdown is still over healthcare funding, and it is unclear what it'll take to get the government up and running again.
Now, switching gears, I have to admit, I am loving this cold weather. I'm sure you aren't, but I am ready for the fall. I love it.
Honestly, I have to disagree because, first of all, I don't have very many cute sweaters. I wish I did, so I'm not looking too cute this cold season, but I'm just not ready for the cold yet. I miss the sunshine.
Well, let's check in with our weather anchor, Mackenzie Cox, to see what it's looking outside right now.
Good evening, Rebels. It's been a beautiful day here on the Ole Miss campus. We're sitting at 65 degrees and getting cooler as we head into the evening. Stay tuned for the latest in news and weather.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Now deciding what major is right for you can be tricky, but thanks to the Office of General Studies here at Ole Miss, students had the opportunity to explore a multitude of majors in different academic departments here on campus. NewsWatch reporter Kate Tripp has all the details.
Last Friday, the Ole Miss Office of General Studies had a successful turnout for its first Majors and Campus Life Fair.
We opened the event up for freshman study students, and that is our students. Those are our students, that are undecided. They have not declared a major, or they're still just trying to explore their options. So they are able to explore what all of the academic departments on campus have to offer them, but then we also allowed our non-academic units to participate, so they have an opportunity to see what those offices have to offer them as well.
You know, finding something that you are obsessed with, something you really love, is going to make school so much easier. So this event is going to help you find, like, okay, what are you really interested in, and what's going to make, your school experience way better because you love what you're learning about. So I would say that's going to be really helpful like this, so just to find some perspective.
Almost every major at the university offers had representation from faculty, staff, and students majoring in each area.
My biggest advice would be to not worry and know that you're not alone. So many people don't know what they want to do after college, but also so many students don't know what they want to do during college, and everyone here at the university is here to help you decide what you're passionate about.
Reporting for NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Kate Tripp.
Rebelthon hosted a really exciting event on November 2nd in the Grove to raise money and advocate for Children's of Mississippi, the only children's hospital in the state. The event included a mini dance marathon prior to the organization's big dance marathon event that'll be held in February. Many were in attendance, including miracle children who received care at the Children's of Mississippi Hospital. This year's theme is Believe in Champions, and the organization is working hard to reach their goal of fundraising $300,000. Thank you to our friends at the DM for reporting on this exciting event.
Well, Halloween was this past weekend, but keeping students safe is a year-round goal of many campus organizations.
Let's take a look with NewsWatch reporter Turner Brown at a spooky event that educated students on safety.
On Thursday, October 30th, the Monster Mash Safety Bash, hosted by the Grove Initiative, prepared students to stay safe during the upcoming Halloween weekend. Many campus organizations dedicated to student health and safety held booths outside of the Grove in order to equip students with the means to keep themselves safe while they celebrate the holiday. One such organization, Student Health Services, offered free candy and first aid kits, as well as a fun game they called the Cauldron of Caution. This game had students reach into a cauldron of pumpkin guts and pull out a colored ping pong ball, which correlated with a specific health concern students should be aware of before they go out. The Grove Initiative and the William McGee Center offered goodies for students while educating them about possible dangers and different services provided to keep students safe. Rebels who attended the event expressed they felt much more prepared to have a safe time. I'm Turner Brown for NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Thanks so much, Turner. Now, Halloween is over. I don't know what that means for you guys, but for me, it means the start of the Christmas season.
Okay, I'm not ready for Christmas yet. I feel like we have to give Thanksgiving the moment it deserves. And for me, I can't put up my tree until I watch Charlie Brown, the Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Like, it's one of my favorites. But what about you?
Justice for Thanksgiving, absolutely. We have to soak in the fall weather while it's here because it's going to start getting cold soon. So looking into tonight, you're definitely going to want to bring a jacket, some of those cold temperatures we're talking about, but we'll be back with the latest in news and weather after this break.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you driven by purpose? Then we are looking for you, the big-hearted, the bold, the change makers. We are the Peace Corps. With volunteers in more than 60 countries, we join hands with communities, live together, work together, transform lives, and serve boldly together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Learn to cough and sneeze with your pal Grover. Step 1. Realize you're about to sneeze. Step 2. Move your elbow toward your nose and mouth. Step 3. Gesundheit. 1, 2, 3. Remember to cough and sneeze into your arm or elbow and not your hands.
Right! Go! Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything! Yes, I was! Yes, no!
Good evening, Rebels, and welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. It has been a beautiful day here in Oxford, Mississippi. We're currently sitting at 65 degrees, which is that perfect fall temperature, not too cold, sunny skies, low winds, and no chance of precipitation. You really can't ask for much better than that to kick off November. And it's been similar all across North Mississippi. You can see we're in the mid-60s, which is about average for this time of year. Thankfully, we're fighting off that cold front that is going to be coming through later this week, as you'll see when we get to the 5-day. But got to have a little bit of cold when the sun goes down, which is so much earlier now. So 45 degrees will be earlier this evening. If you have outdoor plans, definitely going to want to bring a jacket or wear some layers. I know I'll be freezing. Clear skies, though, and nothing to worry about rain-wise, so you can leave the umbrella at home. Tomorrow we'll be back up to 75, so it's almost like that fake spring that we have where it's going to start to feel warm. So it's important to be aware of that as you're heading outside tomorrow. It's going to feel like we're back in April, so just be prepared for that, but nothing to worry about precipitation, and those winds will be relatively light and variable as we prepare for a big temperature swing. Tomorrow you can see there's a good bit of range across North Mississippi from the highs and lows, so it'll be a little bit chilly in the morning and in the evening, around 46 here in Oxford, but again, warming up like we said, and that fate is shared all across North Mississippi, but what a roller coaster it is. You can leave dressed one way in the morning and then be completely out of fashion in the afternoon. And you can see here in our national graphic that we're really sitting in a good spot right now. There's not much coming our way, so we'll start to see that rain that's up in the Pacific Northwest come down this way, and we can prepare for some showers later this week. But for right now, we are in the clear. And taking a look at that 5-day, you can see we are in the clear up until Sunday. We should have pretty nice weather with occasional rain on Friday, but then preparing for a huge temperature swing next week, dropping almost 20 degrees overnight.
You know, I said earlier that I love the cooler temperatures, but what I don't love is when it's so cold in the morning and then by the afternoon I need shorts on.
Right.
Like, what
we
is
have to
going
specify.
on?
I have been hating it because every morning I go to get in my car, the grass is frosted over. I had to sit there and wait like 5 minutes for my shield to defrost, and I don't want to say it makes me late, Mom, because I'm not late to class, but sometimes it makes me a little late.
Yes, understandably so. Well, things might be cooling down weather-wise, but what's going on in the world of sports?
Well, they're absolutely heating up. We are talking all things from hoops to huddles. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
A waterfall made of fire. Goats that defy gravity. A turning point in history. A palace carved out of clay. The place where we grew wings. A thunderstorm beneath your feet. An eternal torch and an enduring dream. National parks are extraordinary. So is the support you give them.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy told him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Welcome back to NewsWatch. I'm Evan Huggins with Sports Watch. Over on the Summer Olympic stage, we unfortunately lost a legend. Charles Coste, the longest living Olympian, passed away at age 101 on October 30th. Coste was a cyclist for Team France and won a gold medal in the 1948 Olympic Games in London. Years later, he would have another magical Olympic memory. Just last year, Coste was invited to carry one of the Olympic torches at age 100 at the 2024 Paris Olympics. French Olympian Teddy Riner shared that Coste embodied dedication, respect, and love for sports in all its forms. The Ole Miss women's basketball team tipped off yesterday for their season opener against Norfolk State, crushing the Spartans 87-46, draining 13 threes to lead them to victory. The game perfectly aligned with the high expectations that the team set for themselves. After reaching the Sweet 16 twice in the last 4 years, the Lady Rebels are focused on taking that next step. Solomon Buchanan has more.
Coach Joe and the Lady Rebels are preparing for another strong season. Ole Miss has made the NCAA tournament 4 straight years, with 2 of those runs ending in the Sweet 16. This year, the goal is to break through and go even further. Ole Miss brought in the number 2 transfer portal class in the nation. New additions Cody McMahon and Latasha Lattimore are expected to make an immediate impact, while returning players Christine Uwala, Jador Young, and Sierra Chinu bring leadership and experience to the lineup. Coach O, now in her 8th season, says making the NCAA tournament is the standard for the program.
If we don't want to go far, then we'll try to go alone. So our group is going to have to learn on just figuring out how to be together and be one cohesive unit the further we get into the season.
Christine Uwala, now a team captain, shows her leadership with consistency and focus. Her mindset this season is to buy into everything the team does each day, stay locked in, and give full effort on whatever the task Coach O gives them. Transfer guard Cody McMahon plans to use her experience and confidence to help the Rebels push deeper in March. She's here for a reason. Her job is to stay aggressive and score when needed. She believes if she stays true to her game, everything else will fall into place. With new talent, strong leadership, and postseason experience, the Lady Rebels believe this is the year they can get past the Sweet 16 and compete for a national title in Phoenix. For NewsWatch, I'm Solomon Buchanan.
Keeping it on the court, the men's team couldn't let the women's team have all the fun. They tipped off against Southern Eastern Louisiana last night. Sports reporter Haley Hood was there to catch the action.
It was opening night inside the SJB Pavilion with a new season, a new roster, and plenty of energy as Ole Miss tipped off the 2025-26 season against Southeastern Louisiana. The Lions actually came out firing, hitting from deep and holding the lead for the first 12 minutes. The Rebels had to shake off a few early season jitters before things started clicking. And it was the senior from France, Elias Camerdine, who got things rolling with his and one fadeaway that gave Ole Miss their first lead of the night, and from there, the Rebels never looked back. Ole Miss turned up the heat, closing the half on a 22-5 run. The defense turned it up, the offense started clicking, and by halftime, the pavilion was electric. In the second half, newcomer AJ Storr showed off, hitting back-to-back threes that had the crowd on their feet. Storr finished with 18 points, hitting 4 of 5 from beyond the arc in an impressive Ole Miss debut. And Malik Dia, he made his presence felt from the moment he stepped on the court, knocking down shots, owning the paint, and leading the charge for the Rebels. The senior finished with 20 points and hit a huge milestone along the way, topping the 1,000-point mark in his college career. Not a bad way to open the season for the Belmont native. And the Rebels dominated the boards, out-rebounding Southeastern Louisiana by 18, their best rebounding performance since Beard has been in Oxford. Kezigifa added 13 points, and Camerdine came through with 13 of his own, while Ole Miss put together a complete team effort to open the year on a very strong note.
What an exciting finish here at the SJB Pavilion as the Ole Miss Rebels have taken down Southeastern Louisiana with a final score of 88-58. You can catch the Rebels in action again right here this Friday when they take on Louisiana Monroe starting at 6:30 p.m. where hopefully we can see another Rebel victory. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I am Haley Hood.
Auburn's head coach Hugh Freeze was just fired this past Sunday after 2 years at the university. Freeze finished with a 15-19 record and struggled to get his offense going as his team scored 24 or fewer points in 17 out of the 22 SEC games. Auburn's athletic director John Cohen shared with the media on Sunday, quote, "We appreciate his investment into Auburn. However, our expectations for Auburn football are to annually compete for championships." Freeze is one of the many notable coaches and one of 4 SEC coaches to get fired, and will be receiving a $15.8 million paycheck to go away. Doesn't sound like the worst gig in the world. Defensive coordinator DJ Durkin will be the interim coach for the Tigers. November only means one thing in the college football world. It's time for the first playoff ranking show. The show will feature the first 12 teams in the playoffs and the first teams out if the playoffs were to begin today. Ole Miss is expected to be featured in the first playoff rankings at number 7 in the country. If the playoffs ended today, they will be facing the 11th seed, which would likely be the highest-ranked conference champion to not be a part of the top 5. The first 4 with the bye are looking to be Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and the Alabama Crimson Tide. The show will air tonight on ESPN at 7 p.m. I know where I'll be tonight. What about you over there on the desk?
Personally, I'll be watching Dancing with the Stars with all my sorority sisters tonight, but what about you, Margaret?
Honestly, now I don't know because I have so many options, I'm not entirely sure.
You sure do. Well, whatever you're doing later, make sure to stay tuned now because coming up, we're looking at a way students are giving back to the environment.
And later on, we have a national news update you won't want to miss. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
I got you.
Oh,
Yeah, I got him.
that stupid controller froze again.
You're only saying that because you're losing.
Bet you bought the cheap one.
My controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? We'll just buy it again?
Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys wanted any... OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake. Oh.
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
could blow up in your face.
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Out there, radar land, you're listening to this station in the city. Morning, noon, night, all your radio stands here.
I'm really tight with my friends. We do everything together. And whatever happens, they look out for me.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Students in Oxford are going green this season. Reporter Taya Mathias takes us inside of the recycling drive that's making a lasting impact on our campus and community. Let's check it out.
On November 2nd from 1 to 5 p.m., the Office of Sustainability and Eco held a glass recycling drive in the South Campus Recreation Center side parking lot.
People definitely have a really strong sense of responsibility for themselves and for waste in general. Everybody recognizes that waste is a challenge and it's just something that we have to deal with. And so giving people the option of something to do with their glass, folks hold on to their glass for months and months waiting for these events, which I think is amazing.
The event offered an opportunity for Oxford citizens to drop off the glass. Some participants had even been storing for months, helping to encourage a cleaner, more sustainable community.
We really just saw a need for glass recycling in the city of Oxford. We know that people here want to recycle their glass, but our city doesn't have the capacity to do it, and a lot of the residents often have to go to Memphis to recycle their glass. So we wanted to just have an opportunity, an event for people to be able to recycle their glass in the city. So we partner with door-to-door recycling to host events like this every semester. It's hard to see from this side, but there's about 6 huge bags in there. And I think the first recycling drive we did, we got 2,500 tons of glass, and it's just increased every year since then. And we won't get the numbers from this drive for a couple days, but I'm expecting it to be well over 3,000.
Volunteers and members worked together to collect and sort the glass, while then giving it to door-to-door recycling. The event has been going on for the last 3 years, and it continues to grow. Reporting for NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Taya Mathias.
Now in national news, air travel could face major disruptions as the government shutdown continues. And with Thanksgiving travel on the horizon, this could affect many Americans and Ole Miss students. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy addressed the potential consequences if federal workers miss another paycheck.
So if you bring us to a week from today, Democrats, you will see mass chaos, you will see mass flight delays, you'll see mass cancellations, and you may see us close certain parts of the airspace because we just cannot manage it because we don't have the air traffic controllers.
Future flyers should prepare for what could be one of the most difficult periods for air travel in recent history.
In more national news, an Illinois man is behind bars after allegedly threatening President Trump's life on social media. 57-year-old Trent Schneider was arrested at his home Monday by the Secret Service and local authorities. Investigators say Schneider posted a video of himself 2 weeks prior to making direct threats to kill the president. In court, he denied being a danger to anyone, but the judge wasn't convinced. Schneider remains in custody until his detention hearing Thursday. Next up, U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro has stepped in to halt the hearings of several FBI agents. The positions were ultimately restored after being fired, but were fired again by FBI leadership again on Tuesday. The agents removed by the FBI were a part of the Arctic Frost investigation that had to do with the fake election scheme during the presidential election of 2020. A spokesperson for Bureau did not immediately request for comment. And that wraps up our national news segment for today. Back to you at the desk, Alexia.
Thanks, Margaret. Coming up, we've got the perfect playlist for this fall season. Stay tuned for more NewsWatch.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is smoking a cigarette, creating his own smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up. But watch what smoking does for him. That coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best. You're out! Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Find out how to use an awkward silence to help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step.
I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Halloween is over, which, as I said earlier, means the Christmas season has begun. I know I've been blasting Justin Bieber's Christmas album nonstop the past few days.
Okay, it's a little bit too early for me, like I said, to be listening to Christmas music, so thankfully we have Trip Rollbold in the studio to tell us his top 5 picks for November music.
Hey Rebs, can you believe it's already November? I feel like the year just started. Today I'm ranking my top 5 albums you should be listening to this fall season. Up first with the number 5, Channel Orange by Frank Ocean. This might come as a shock, but the soulful and nostalgic production creates the perfect, comforting atmosphere to get you through the month when the weather starts feeling a little dreary. My number 4 pick is Traveler by Chris Stapleton. In my opinion, this is one of the best country albums out there. The classic fiddles and acoustic guitars makes for the perfect November soundtrack. The next pick you're gonna have to hear me out for, but coming in third place is Evermore and Folklore, both by the one and only Taylor Swift. I know that these are 2 different albums, but Taylor has famously said that they're sister albums, so I'm counting them as one for this list. Folklore focuses on more of an introspective and melancholic side of fall, while Evermore brings a spiritual connection to nature. Put them both together and you have a perfect mix of fall vibes. Number 2 is Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. I mean, what else could go here? This album is full of ballads and beautiful strings, perfect to blast all November long. And finally, the only correct answer for number 1 is Stick Season by Noah Kahan. It's the perfect album for this time of year. If you see me on campus this month, there's a 90% chance I'll be listening to this album on my fall walks to class. Now that's all I have for your entertainment update. I'm Trip Rollbold, back to you at the desk, and happy listening.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Alexi Anderchek.
And I'm Margaret Turner with your latest news.
With Stormwatch, I'm Mackenzie Cox.
And with Sports Watch, I'm Evan Huggins.
Thank you for watching, and make sure to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and local.
Good night. Look at your hand. You're like this.